Hey guys, welcome back to the Woolen Homestead. My name is Tiffany. I'm married to Ethan, and this channel is all about knitting and whatever else we've got going on in our life. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Hello if you are new. Today is July 1st, 2021. It's bright and early in the morning. It's about 7:38 and I'm out here on my front porch, and it's a 3-season porch. Usually I'll film up in my craft room, but this time of year it's very warm. Actually right now it's not too bad up there, but I don't know, it's been fun sitting out here. So yeah, I thought I would podcast out here. This is episode 99. So excited that next is 100. I think that's gonna be just such a cool milestone to hit. Last month at the beginning of June, I actually hit my 5-year podcast anniversary. So this channel has been up for 5 years. It started out as Knitting from the Mitten because I'm coming to you from Michigan. And then when I started dyeing yarn, I rebranded it to the name of the yarn line, which is the Woolen Homestead. So yeah, that's kind of a little brief history on the channel. You can find me on Instagram as the Woolen Homestead as well if you want to see what's going on there. We've got an email for the podcast. It's thewoolenhomestead@gmail.com. We also have a P.O. box, which all of the info for that can be found in the drop down below. So for this episode, I've got a finished object and a half finished object. And I've also got 2 works in progress that I want to share. I've got 1 acquisition, a little bit of reading, and some life stuff to go over. So yeah, lots of good updates. So I hope you guys are well. Yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks here, which is always exciting. But yeah, overall it's been a good summer. It's been raining a ton here in Michigan, which I think it's kind of doing that everywhere. So oh, crazy weather right now. But yeah, I guess I will show you guys my finished object. So the finished object that I have are the Monkey Socks by Cookie A. And this, I believe, I'm almost certain, I would be shocked if it wasn't, it was my longest standing work in progress. So yeah, this were cast on in 2017. So I'll do a close-up so you can see the pattern better. That being said, with this yarn, it's kind of so crazy that you really can't see the pattern very well, but I still really like it. I like that I did it versus just plain stockinette. And this is yarn that I dyed back in 2017. It's called Sweater Weather, and it's just so fun. I really like the colors, and yeah, so those are the Monkey Socks by Cookie A. I did a Fish Lips Kiss Heel. So let me give you backstory on this project. So I cast these on in 2017. I had gotten, at some point, I had gotten just past the heel. I had done the heel, and then I think I lost steam on them, and because I'm not the best with pattern socks as far as like keeping going on them, unless it's like a pretty simple pattern. And so I think that's what happened. And then at one point, I remember I took the needles out, and it was just a partial sock just sitting in my stash with the yarn attached to it. Like, I never cut it off, I never ripped it out. I just took out the needles. And I had planned to just use the yarn for something else. And then one time when I was going through my stash last year, so they sat after that. So I want to say, I don't know when I decided to take out the needles, or, you know, when I decided to, you know, just put it away. Probably, I would imagine the next year, like 2018. And then they just sat. I never touched them for that whole time. So last year I decided to get them out. When I was going through my stash, I saw them. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna finish them, let's do it. So I got them back out last year. I finished a sock last year, I believe. One of them had been done, and then still, like, I cast on the cuff, and then they just sat again. And then I decided this year that I would finish them up. So it feels really good to have these done. I really like them too. I don't know if I would do this pattern on such a busy like color next time. I don't know. It was a really neat pattern. but I'm so torn on it because I really like it. But I'm also just not the best at keeping up on pattern socks. So, but I don't know, it's just kind of fun how it played out. So yeah, and this is a free pattern on knitty.com. You can get it. And yeah, I just did a regular rounded toe, 64 stitches. I did a little bit longer cuff than I usually do. Like I said, this cuff was already, you know, it was past the heel, just on the heel when I revived these. So yeah, I must have, back in the day, in 2017, I used to do a longer cuff. I used size US 1 Hiya needles for that. I believe those were the sharps too for that. And the Fish Lips Kiss heel, like I said, that pattern is only $1. It's a really neat heel. It really doesn't fit me. I now just pretty much stick to a heel flap and gusset. But like I said, I had already done the heel when I got those back out. And I think when I got those back out, I didn't know that the heel flap and gusset was the one that fit me the best, so I just kept going with it. Otherwise, I think I probably would have ripped just the heel out because I was not far past it at all. But now I know that the heel flap and gusset just fits me the best. And so going forward, I think that's just gonna be my thing. I love the look of the afterthought, you know, when you're doing striped socks where you can just cut it in. And I may still do that, but I really don't think it fits me as well, which is a bummer. But that's okay. I have a half-finished object. I'll get that on the sock blockers here real quick. So the half-finished object that I have is a sock. It's just a plain vanilla sock. It is the sock that I'm knitting, the first pair that I cast on for the summer sock camp knit along that the Crazy Sock Lady is hosting. So here is my first sock. And you'll note I did the contrast color heel turn. She did a little video on that and that was super fun. And then I decided to match the toe with it. I love this colorway. So this yarn is spun right round. And this is pretty deep stash for me. I wanna say, this actually, I may have bought this in 2016, 2017. It is her Snappy Socks base, so it's Corriedale and nylon, superwash Corriedale, and it's just so nice. I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't describe it as rustic because I always think of rustic as being scratchy, but in comparison to superwash merino, I would definitely say it's rustic, but it's not scratchy by any means. It's just nice. It's just woolly and beautiful, and I love it. I did the heel flap and gusset. There's my little progress keeper. It's a little deer. My mom made me that. She made me a bunch of progress keepers for Christmas one year. See if you can see that. It's really cute. And yeah, so that's where I was at last time. And yeah, I just finished the toe. I just finished these this sock yesterday. So I've already cast on the next one. Oh, and these blockers, these really pretty like Norwegian Star sock blockers are from Knitography. She has a website, her name is Patricia, and you can find her on Instagram as P4Chen. So P, the letter P, number 4, and then CHEN. And you can buy these from her, I believe. I bought those a couple years ago, but I'm pretty sure she still sells those. But don't quote me. So this is the yarn. I love it. And then this is the color for the toe, which is also very pretty. This is Dream in Color yarn, Everlasting Sock, and it's an 8-ply, which is kind of cool. And let's see, the colorway is Brilliant 712, and it's 100% superwash Australian merino wool. And I had been given that. It was in a bunch of yarn that I had gotten from Caitlin, who's Mint Rain Hand Dyed Yarns. When she lived here and she was moving to Texas, she gave me a bunch of her yarns. So I got all sorts of goodies from her, and I love using them. I've got my sweet little DPN Cozy. This is from ISO. And I just finished the cuff last night. And then I am good to go on stockinette now. So I'm so excited. These are signature needles that I got for my birthday in May. And they are size US 1s. I love them so much. I'd only used the straights before with my Cozy Memories blanket. And I love that. It just takes it to the next level. It's wonderful. So worth it. So worth it. This is a really adorable project bag from Mountain State Stitches. This is the sock. I think it's a small project bag size is what she has. It's just perfect for socks. I love it. I really want to get one of her large bags. Really want one. She had the cutest sloth fabric in her last update. My app wouldn't work. I was so bummed. I was like trying to shop the update and my app, like it was so weird. When I would click or shop on Instagram, it would bring it up. I have an iPhone, it would bring it up in Safari and it wouldn't bring it up in my app. When I would go to bring it up in the app, it would say there was nothing in there. And then I wasn't signed in on Safari, so rookie mistake. I should have been signed in on Safari too. Not just the app, but oh well. No worries. I will just check out the next update. So let's see here. Yeah, so that is it for my half finished object. I really thought it would be funny if I could, oh, I just finished that sock the day before yesterday actually. Maybe it was yesterday morning. I don't remember, it doesn't matter. But I was laughing to myself thinking that with starting that new one, that what if I could finish it in a day and then I could have had them completed in the month of June because they cast them on June 1st, but obviously that didn't happen. Yes, now we'll go on to works in progress. I have my Slip Stravaganza shawl. I have not showed this in a couple months. I think I looked at my notes, it was April was the last time I showed this. So I've been working on this a little bit here and there. It's in my Fringe field bag. I need to talk about this pin every time. It says she doesn't even go here. It's Damien from Mean Girls. My coworker got me that for Christmas. And then I have a really sweet Wild in the Woods pin from Serena. I have gotten quite a bit of work done on this. There's my sweet little stitch marker from Simply Serving. It's the little pet rock with glasses on his book. So cute. Yeah, this section's really nice. It's super relaxing, mindless, and I am excited to get on to the next one. I'm about halfway through it, but the rows are already starting to get long and they're only gonna get longer, which is just crazy. So I'm like determined to get this done before the next one in October. I hope I can do it. I really hope I can do it because it's a lot. But yeah, I think the stitches are almost, they're like in the upper 400s already. But I love it. I love big shawls too. It's all going to be worth it. I love Stephen West shawls. I don't know if I said that. This is Slip Stravaganza by Stephen West. I'll go over the yarns too. So the white with speckles, that is the Woolen Homestead. That was our Tiny Dancer colorway. The hot pink here is Madeline Tosh. It's their singles base. I think it's called Tosh Light. That is Pop Rocks colorway. This other pink right here, that is, oh, I wrote it down because it's a mouthful. Alpaca with a Twist, and the yarn line is called Socrates, and the colorway is Raspberry Gelato. And I forgot to put what the makeup is, but I think it's alpaca. Aha, I found it. Okay. It's 30% baby alpaca, 30% merino, 20% bamboo, and 20% nylon. So that's a really neat base. And then the purple is the Wool and Homestead, and that was our orchid colorway. So yes, purples and pinks. Love purples and pinks. I really love this shawl. It's feeling a bit daunting, but I love it, if that makes any sense. I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get through this? It's not even that big yet in comparison to what it's gonna be, so I'll get through it though. And I love it. It's gonna be so worth it. I love seeing the finished object pictures. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Okay, then the other project that I was working on, which I also have not shown in forever, is the Ode to Autumn shawl by Jennifer Rundhaug. Jennifer, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong. Jennifer has the Driftless Knitting podcast, and she's Driftless Knitter on Instagram, and she designed this shawl using our yarn. So we had made kits for it, and it was so fun. It was so fun. I really wish I had dyed myself up the original colorways for it, but I really wanted to do this like Christmassy version. So check out that stitch pattern. So fun. And I've got a Sucra Sucra Miniatures little progress keeper here. This was from a Homespun House Harry Potter Club set. I don't remember the name of the colorway. It was probably Gillyweed. I know that's what this is, but I don't remember the exact name of the colorway. And yeah. Oh, I can't wait. So I'm almost to the point where I'm gonna start adding in my other colorway, which is our Ruby colorway. So this is all done in the Wool and Homestead yarn. I still had some of this and wanted to make a Christmas version. So this colorway was used in the original, and then it was our Autumn Leaves colorway. This is Professor Sprout. That's what the green is. And it's a DK weight shawl. I'm actually using 2 skeins of Professor Sprout held double. So it's a little bit thicker, but I really like the fabric that it's making. And then the red that I have is actually DK. So yeah, I am excited. I really missed working on that. I worked on it a little bit last week, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I think that's gonna be a really cool shawl to have. I would love to have that done for Christmas this year. I don't know if that'll happen, but it would be a lot of fun. Acquisitions, okay. So the only acquisition that I have for this week, that I could remember, I'm pretty sure this is it though, was my Summer Sock Camp pen. There we go. So this is from the Crazy Sock Ladies Etsy shop. So fun. So yeah, I'm happy to have my souvenir pin to commemorate Summer Sock Camp. And yeah, I think it'd be fun to get those every year. So that's it for acquisitions. My super flyer isn't here yet. I did reach out to the Woolery because they had said it would be about 3 to 4 weeks, and it's been over 4 weeks, so I just reached out to the girl that was helping me and just asked her. I was like, hey, do you have any updates? No rush, just curious. And so she is on it. She's contacted Ashford to figure out what's going on. So hopefully I'll have that soon. That would be really fun to have. And let's see, life stuff. No, just kidding, reading. So I am still reading By the Shores of Silver Lake by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I've been really, really enjoying reading more. I haven't been reading a ton, but I am reading more than I was before, so I'm really happy about that. I really love putting the book on my book holder, and then I can knit stockinette on a sock. It's been really enjoyable. I've also been watching the Little House series, the TV show. I never watched it. It was so funny. We just never had that on growing up. I was talking with my mom the other day. I said, why did we never watch that? She's like, you were too busy watching Disney and Nickelodeon. I was like, that's true. That was like my go-to when I was a kid. So I thought that was funny. But yeah, I never watched that growing up, and I really enjoy it. It's really nice. I just have it on in the background, you know, when I'm doing stuff, and I don't know, it's really nice. I like it. If you want to watch it, it is on Amazon Prime Video. So life stuff, the basement. Yes, we've been redoing our basement, and mostly it's been my husband, Ethan, and his brother. They're turning it into a gym. We had all of our gym equipment down there. They were using it as a gym, but the basement, it's not a Michigan basement, but it is unfinished, definitely unfinished. And it was just kind of lots of bugs, you know. Ugh. And so yeah, just basement, you know. They've been working really hard on it. You know, Ethan will get out of work, he'll come home, get working on it. I helped him out a bit last week. Sorry, I'm totally distracted by these two squirrels chasing each other. I should probably not be sitting out here. I should really probably just podcast back upstairs where I can't look out the window. But yeah, I helped him rewire last week, and I mostly just made sure he was safe. I didn't want him, you know, working on that by himself without anybody else in the house. And I, you know, would help him hold stuff, you know, grab the tools he needed, carry stuff, things like that, helped him clean up. We did you know, he had been ripping down some boards and nails, and they painted down there. They repainted everything. It looks so nice. It just looks like it had a nice facelift, and the rewiring was a really good thing that we did. That there was some stuff that was not correct. So we got that all fixed, much safer. You know, got the bugs taken care of. And yeah, it's really, really nice down there now. So they're not done. They got the painting all done, and now I think they're, he's gonna epoxy the floor to make a nice finish on the floor. And then the other half of the basement is just gonna be storage. So they haven't really done anything with that. But they're gonna have like a little, like a divider going down the middle to kind of designate the sides. So, but yeah, they put a bunch of lighting up yesterday. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Painted the ceiling black, which looks awesome. It's very striking. And then, oh, we have this big pipe, like for the bathroom down there, and he painted that bright orange because he always hits it with his head, the poor guy. And then also what's cool is it's black and orange, so it's like Harley Davidson colors. So that's really neat. It's perfect. And then they're gonna get like a little TV down there. They've got most of the gym equipment that they need. They just got a squat rack, so that'll be cool. And then I think one of the final things they want to get is just a full dumbbell rack. Right now they just have these dumbbells that can kind of switch out, and it's kind of time consuming because it's like one, you just take off the size that you need. You can just like make your own little dumbbells, almost like you would if you were using a barbell, but just in dumbbell form. So yeah, that's gonna be really, really cool. We have a stationary bike down there too, so I'm excited to go down there and use it some more too, because like I said before with the spiders and stuff, which I know they're gonna be there, it's life, but now I feel like that we've cleaned it up real good. I feel like it's just less, which is nice. So yes, lots of fun with the basement. We've had tons of rain here. Oh my gosh, I think we had 3.5 inches, I think, in over a couple of days. Like, it was just constant. So that was crazy. That being said, our basement did not get any water in it. We had that problem last year. But last year when they did the roof, Ethan installed new gutters and he made sure to clean them out real good before the rain came. It's completely dry. So that was really exciting. Because we just kind of accepted that we're gonna have rain in our basement because that's kind of how it is over here, or water in our basement. That's just kind of how it is over here. But summer is still young. We'll see how it goes. But this time last year we did have water in our basement. So that's exciting. Dogs are doing good. Ella's still kind of going every 2 weeks to get her blood work checked. But now that she's getting more and more weaned off of her prednisone, she doesn't have to go as often. So I think we have another 2 weeks before she goes again. So I think this time it will have been a month in between. So that's exciting. Let's see. Oh, I had my hearing aid appointment last Saturday. So that was really cool. We got it ordered. I won't get it until July 17th. But I can't wait. I'm so excited. I got to try one out and it was so, so cool. So I'm not completely deaf in this ear. I just have some hearing loss in it. And so my doctor recommended that I do get a hearing aid just because it was enough of a loss to warrant a hearing aid. I do have constant tinnitus in this ear where it just sounds like white noise all the time. So hopefully that will kind of help distract that a little bit and just give me some relief from that. I could still notice it when I had the hearing aid on over there, but I'm hoping that maybe it'll just kind of mask it a little bit. But yeah, I'm so excited about it. It was really cool to try out. The only thing that's kind of weird is you can hear your own voice like amplified, which is trippy, but yeah, that's gonna be really, really cool. So if you are new to the channel, you don't know the story, back in 2019, I was in a kayaking accident where my kayak turned over and the current was very fast and I was pulled underwater underneath the dock. I was trying to dock and I couldn't because there was debris in the dock. And so in the process, my kayak flipped. I was pulled underwater with a life jacket on and I was kind of stuck under the dock because the kayaking dock is right in the water. It doesn't have like a space in between. And so it was very traumatic. And I think I only ended up being under there for about 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute. I don't think it was even that long, but it felt longer obviously in the process. And then the current ended up pushing me out. And then there was actually a gentleman there when the whole thing was happening and I was able to swim and he got me out as well as my husband. And but yeah, that being said, in that process of me being stuck under the dock, either a stick or the water pressure, we're not sure what happened. I don't remember feeling a stick puncturing my ear, but and it never hurt, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. But something ruptured my eardrum. It completely blew it out. And in the process, I also broke some of my inner ear bones. And with that came the tinnitus. I heard it immediately after I got out and we, you know, kind of shock was coming down, you know, from it. All of a sudden I was like, I can hear something. It's, you know, it's really weird. And I was like, kind of like, I tried like blowing my nose and stuff and it was really crazy. And then it hasn't gone away since. So, yeah. So that is how I lost my hearing. It was crazy. And then in October of 2019, so that happened in May of 2019, October of 2019, I ended up having a surgery for it where they reconstructed my, it's called the ossicular chain. They just put the bones back together and then they did what's called a tympanoplasty, which is where they give you a new eardrum by taking the fascia from the neck, one of your neck muscles, and made a new eardrum. So yeah, that's why I'm getting a hearing aid. I'm so excited about it though. It's so cool. Like I got to hear it, and just to have everything kind of even is nice, because this year is fine. So it's a really weird experience when it took a long time to actually get used to it. But when I first lost some of my hearing, but most of the time I just misunderstand what people are saying, is really the bigger problem. I have to say, you know, what, could you repeat that again quite a bit? But hopefully with the hearing aid that will help. And it's Bluetooth enabled. How cool is that? Oh, so cool. So I'm excited about it. Coincidentally enough, July 17th is also the date of the ZZ Top concert that we are going to. So the day I get my hearing aid, we're gonna be going to a concert. So needless to say, the hearing aid's gonna go right back in its packet. And I will get to use it more the next day after the concert. So, and I will be using hearing protection at the concert. I'm not messing around with that. So, yeah, so we're going to ZZ Top. That's really exciting. We found out, or Ethan bought the tickets, I think, last week. He is getting a vacation coming up here, and so he usually always has to work weekends, and so he's like, ZZ Top concert, the weekend I have off, let's go. I was like, heck yeah, I love it. So, it's gonna be ZZ Top, John Fogerty, and George Thorogood is all gonna be there. Super excited. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And it's gonna be outside, and my brother and sister-in-law are going. We didn't even know. It was so funny. I was talking to my mom about it, and you know, she's like, oh, when is that? I told her when. She said, I think your brother's going to that because she's gonna be babysitting their kids. And then I had texted my brother and he was like, yeah, we're going. So that was so funny. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Like I said, Ethan's gonna be on vacation soon, so hopefully I'll actually be able to see him soon. We are kind of passing ships because he works overnights. And but yeah, I'm excited he's gonna be on vacation. Yeah, not much else is going on. I really feel like I'm missing something, and I always mean to like fill out the notes throughout the week, you know, the 2 weeks, so that way I don't miss anything. But it looks like my battery's flashing, so I think I'm gonna cut it off here because I don't want to play roulette. And yeah, I hope you guys are well, and I will talk to you later. Bye.